can play this in VR. You've been able. This is one of the first games on Steam that supported VR. They were quite early with VR support. Do you reckon it's this one, front? Chrome front 2. Interesting. So the mod has 2 versions of it. So that's the normal. Then you got that, and then that. Your wife's in labour, lanky boy. 19 hours. Let me guess. You're in hospital. By her side, watching the stream. Do I like that though, or is that a bit too far forward? I don't know. Hang on. It's annoying the way you have to drive off and back onto the icon just to go back in. Let's try the chrome front one. That. I prefer that. Okay, but now I need to adjust all the mirrors. But that's where they should be. Why? Whoa. Why are they not like that by default? I mean, you can see why they do it because of the stacks, but it's just like having to look over like that. It's far better like this. Tilt it like that. I can cover the blind spot. Cool. We are having a sub. Well, I hope it goes well, lanky boy, whatever happens. That's a fine. Amazing. Curious what mod you're using to have those mirrors. 55-inch 1080 monitor using... somebody linked it in chat earlier. But now I can actually see out of that mirror without having to turn my head, which is really nice. But yeah, this monitor's a lot bigger than you think. That's a normal widescreen, that's a super widescreen. But I'm not using all of it. Super ultra wide, whatever they call it, Rome. Super duper mega ultra wide squared. hope it's a shorter one, more like pups. Hey! Yeah, I mean, you can go 1440. I didn't go 1440 because if I went 1440, then when I stream, I can't stream 1080 to 1080. I have to then go 1440 down to 9.6 something, and it's just, you get that compression effect, which I don't want, so I stuck with 1080. But if you're not streaming or anything like that, you can just go straight in with 1440. Could run it window, but then what's the point? What's the point in buying a higher resolution monitor and then shrinking it like... No, I'm streaming 1920 by 1080. Our customer expects delivery very soon. That's what happens when you take detours. Yes, I play SnowRunner, but the new DLC is not a map. It's all to do with off-road missions, if you remember. I think the next season is back to having map extensions, but this particular one is all about off-road missions, and I'm just not interested in that. Timed races or whatever they've done. Now the sky is the normal skybox in the game, which they've obviously changed. That was a love tap, come on. Come on. You can handle it. Come on, we'll go together. I'll push you to the repair shop. Come on, bro. I got your back. I'll push you all the way there. Come on. Now you're just being mean now. You're just having a sulk. He's not having it. Do we really have to push him all the way to the garage? Oh, you naughty. You've gone over the red light, naughty boy. I bet you got fined for that. And it was nothing to do with me. Look at that. Tut tut. You lawbreaker, you. Wait, what? You can't fine me for the same thing twice? That's outrageous. Definitely robbed. If I do that, I reckon I can overtake him in a sec. Hang on. There you go. Pitted. Wow. He just damaged the trailer. What a scumbag. I have to get a repair now. Thank you, Ponta Boy. We'll probably get fined as well. Yeah, look at that mirror view now. I can actually see that green car completely. Why is my money so low? What, $9.5 million? Jeez. I wish my bank account was that low. Didn't you have 4.5 billion? What, on my Eurotruck profile? Not on my ATS profile? Is that a Tesla? That's a Tesla. That is definitely a Tesla. Yep. It's even got the Tesla logo on it. It's a Model 3.
Maybe you should ask a relative for a small loan of a couple $1 million like a former president did, Kappa.
Ooh, topical. This guy racing me. I could have beaten you, but I've got to stop here. Looks like they're exporting our nuts on the train station. Are you using a Thrustmaster wheel setup? No, I am not. If you're on the specs command, you can go and look at all the hardware on that. But I'm not using a Thrustmaster wheel. Where are we dropping this? Wait. I drove past it? Excuse me. Can't see a thing. Something's stuck in my throat. Thank you, Fox Mulder. Yeah, Captain Flint. If I'd have seen where it was in the first place, I would have done that. Blindside reverse there is horrible. Really? Blimey. Must have got fined for that. We did some damage. It must have all been truck damage then. They got a mechanic here. Apparently not. Right, we've almost made it to Canada. Look at this. Hemmel's route advisor, carbon. Trying to figure out, do you want to use a triple, super ultra wide, an ultra wide, or a 4K? Yeah. What is it you're trying to do? Just truck or something else? I want you to play Euro Truck. That's nice. Mostly for trucking, but I also do Final Fantasy type things as well. Do you think Final Fantasy would support triple screens? Another generator. That's an option. It's only 3 tons though. That would take us all the way in to Princeton. I think we've got to do that. Currently planning to get into an actual truck dash to work in the game. So I've been trying to find the mod supply if I'm going to... The only thing about Hemmel's Route Advisor that annoys me is the mod on which it's based. It used to come with like 7 variations of it, and you can pick the one you want. Like, because this one always displays at the bottom, right? Whereas the other one, it used to come with a variation that did it at the top, another that did it on the right, bottom left, top left. Whereas Hemmel's Route Advisor only displays at the bottom, which is really annoying for me because my wheel, which is a circular wheel, hides the bottom of the screen, so I have to sort of peer over my wheel. And ideally what I'd want is a route advisor that did it at the top or over to one side or something. That'd be much better for me. Poets, why do you think I just ignore it now? We'll take the Liba. Yeah, you can't, Odrond. The mod doesn't allow you to configure it like that. It's somehow baked into the config. I think I have a link to the mod collection that allows you to have variants for the route advisor. They're still making that, Armin? The thing is about Hemmel's Route Advisor though, it's in the Steam Workshop. So automatically updates, which is nice. Well, I went with the super ultra wide largely because of the convenience of it. You got one monitor, one power cable, one video cable, and you're done. You go triples, you've got to triple all of that. You got to have enough outputs on your graphics card, etc. Also, if you go triples, you tend to need to kind of buy bigger panels to make up for it, and then you've got to think about how you're going to lay them out and how you're going to get them all level and things like this. So you need a stand of sorts. HDMI DisplayPort. Let me think. This is connected by DisplayPort. My upper monitor's using HDMI. What's PBP, Tron? I saw that brake test, bro. I saw that. Crash for cash. I saw that. I'm sad because I can't talk to you in English. I don't know what to say. Picture by picture. I honestly don't know, to be honest, Tron. I don't think it does it. But I genuinely don't know. I don't use that. How many DPs does the mods have? I don't know, Tron. I mean, I can't really get out my rig and look at the back of it. I don't know it from memory, but if you Google the monitor, XG49VQ I think it is, you'll be able to have a look at all the details. I probably showed them in the video as well. Beaker is always tearing it apart. That doesn't seem right. There we go. Bacon. Thank you, Armin. Can one of the mods grab that link? It may be the one that I used to use, but it might have been updated. So 143 must have been. Mod called router visor top bar, mini mirrors in the corner. I don't want the mirrors, I just want the bar at the top. You like the new International Night 900 because of the very retro looking gauges. Yeah, it is nice to have some old school gauges. I do like having a digital speed display. Personal preference in any vehicle, but I like the old look of it. It's nice. Thank you, Sir Womble. Cup of tea hype. I can't actually see if it's on green. Yeah, but Beaker, that's not unique to electric cars now. They've all started copying that. They've all figured out if we remove buttons and switches and just put it in the software panel, we can make a saving. There's an option in the collection that allows you to have it on the top, so I'll explain the page. Thanks. Not using mods for scenery now. No, the only mod I've got for outside, if you like, is rain, realistic rain mod. Oh no, Van Hogan, honestly, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. You know, if I want to change the temperature of the aircon, I want to be able to reach and turn a dial, not start finding some touchscreen bit to click on when the car's moving around. Right, let's get to Canada. Don't know, Womble. I mean, Tesla's electric truck will be out this year, maybe? So somebody might put a mod in for that. Once they've figured out the range and stuff on it. The big problem you've got with electric truck in this game is how do you charge your truck? Playing PC Building Sim 2 when it comes out. When does it come out, Briscoe? I mean, certainly I'll take a look at it. I do wonder how different it is to the first one. That's a lot of work though, Von Hogan. He said 2022. I guess we'll see then. estimate, Jay, but I don't think it was any good, was it? Briscoe, if they're going to make a PC Build Sim 2, what they need to do is focus on consequences when you get it wrong would be one thing, instead of it just being click, click, click. You know, the fact that you can damage things putting them in, for example, you know, what real people do. But then also overclocking is really, really weak in PC Building Sim 1. I would like to see a lot more tuning and configuration options and getting paid a lot of money if you can overclock somebody's system really well. Just more fun stuff, a bit less mechanical. Or racing, by racing mostly. Yeah, I kind of see it, Captain Flint, I kind of see it as an ideal opportunity for PC Build Sim 2 is to teach you the principles of overclocking. Yeah? It could like let you mess about with it so you can see what the effect is. You can see why you need more voltage. You can see too much voltage damage things. You can see thermals matter. You can see the system appears to be stable until you put it on the load and then it's not stable. Like all the things that you have to do when you're overclocking. It could kind of teach you that as part of the whole game. It could be educational. I'd also like to see a lot of flexibility around the water cooling side of things. Thank you for 62 months, your hater, by the way. What's good overclocking software? There isn't. You don't get overclocking software, Tommy, you get tools. You have to do it yourself, mostly. Although on AMD, you've got like the Ryzen tool will actually overclock automatically pretty well. You've also got the silicon lottery. So, you know, every chip is different. Some cores will overclock more than others. And you might get really lucky and get a highly overclockable core. Or you might not. Eric, thank you very much, sir, for 72 months. My ruffle copter goes soy, soy, soy. Lol. It doesn't speak on resubs, Eric, only on deliveries. Laptop with a Ryzen CPU auto overclocks. Yeah, and if you install Ryzen Master, it will overclock it a bit more as well. And there's different overclocking methods that you can select. If you go for like a 12th gen Intel, they're overclocked out the factory. There's not a lot of overclocking headroom left. PBO, Precision Boost Overdrive, Matty. PBO is one method. But again, it comes down to the use case. It depends what you're using the CPU for. You can choose different overclocks depending on whether you want it to focus more on the all-core side of things or whether you want it to boost single cores more. Which largely depends on what you're doing with the machine. Like if you're playing games or rendering videos, is different. don't know, Vrome. I don't know about the 5000 series. I managed to get a reasonable amount of performance out of mine. There's still plenty of headroom left. And I don't think I got particularly lucky in the Silicon Lottery either. If you get particularly lucky on the 5950, you can get 5.2 gigahertz out of some of the cores. Whereas I can only get about 5, and beyond that I start to get into the realms of instability. The problem with the 12th gen is it does get very hot as well. I think you're probably thermally limited more than anything. I'm not sure what you mean, From. There's things you can do, Vrome, inside the BIOS. You can basically, can you explain this? You can tell it, you can give it more headroom on the voltages and thermals, right? But then on each core, you can alter the curve so it doesn't bring up certain cores as much as others. If you can figure out which cores are more stable at higher frequencies, you can tell it to declock the less stable ones and allow it to then reclock the other ones more. You can manually tweak every single core on the Ryzen. And that's what I had to do. I had to manually faff about with some of the cores and declock a few of them because they hit their limits and then they shut the CPU down. You're an Intel and Nvidia guy, fair enough. Yeah, I don't. I only use Nvidia graphics cards. I don't use anybody else. I am curious as to what AMD is going to release this year, though. PBO's decent, Rome, but you can do PBO, and then you can faff with each core a bit more. There's some good articles on it online that goes into like way more detail than I'm prepared to go into, but it did help me to tweak a few of the cores down, and then I got better performance out the other ones. I do and I don't, Alex. Like, I'm not loyal to Nvidia, but I stick with Nvidia cards because A, the drivers, and B, the encoding cores that are not in the other graphics cards, which I need for streaming. But I'm not like a Nvidia fanboy in that regard, but I stick to Apple for my phones because I like the ecosystem and I like the way the brand works and I like their privacy. So I like the brand for that reason. But yeah, just saying, oh, I love Intel or whatever, I don't quite get that. Yeah, I don't know, it is a bit weird that. You stick with Nvidia only because you get the model naming system. Fair enough. I keep being driven into, guys. You never got on with AMD. I haven't had an AMD graphics card for many years. Since before I went full time. I just got fed up with the drivers. I genuinely got fed up of them. Now, Whiteland likes AMD graphics cards, and he says that the drivers are a lot better, but I still can't use AMD because I don't have the encoding chips in there. Well, Eric. Thinking of doing some stickers, Eric, actually. Dom Taylor, thank you for 11 months. I think we should be good for fuel for this drop. Need to buy a UK plug when you land in the UK. Don't you just buy an adapter before you leave? Every international airport sells adapters. What I usually do, Eric, I usually buy, like if I go abroad, I'll take a power gang and one conversion plug. And then I just plug the power gang into the conversion plug into the wall socket, and then I've got all of my UK plugs. That's what I do. Actung, thank you for 75 months. Actung Zedboom. Off Canada. Fair bit, yeah. You're trucking and I'm driving a passenger train. Power gang is the same as power strip, yeah, same thing, different name. Silent train. They should connect ATS and train them together as one world. You see, you're dreaming now. That's never going to happen. How old's your laptop, Armin? Yes, Gordon. You call your power plugs toads? What? Yeah, Flint. I've not been into the Canada Bromuds yet. Star Citizen will probably have trains and trucks by the time it releases in 2030. I wouldn't be so sure. If they're going to have trucks in Star Citizen, in 2030, then you should be able to buy them in 2025. So that you can drive them 5 years later. And that's if they release it. It might be on version 0.4 by then. Baz is the resident Star Citizen man, isn't he? Is Baz here? Baz, what's the lowdown on Star Citizen? Where's it at? The pyramid scheme for gamers. Gee, I think you made a mistake, pal. What do you think? You know, he'll think twice next time he's at the giveaway sign. Looks like Baz is not here. Have you seen the gameplay footage for Truck World Australia? Nope. Who's making that then? Patch 3.17 for Star Citizen currently in the PTU. Oh, you're currently playing it, Baz? Right. Eric. You don't get any bonus points for being in Chelmsford when I'm streaming, you know. Truck World Studio is the developer. Hype Train Digital is the publisher. Hype Train Digital. Citizen's getting better, it's not ready. There's a lot from when 2016 started. Yeah, I agree with that. They've added more in it. But last time I tried it, a couple of years ago, it was still pretty not great performance. And I remember the main thing I did was get on the metro, just sit on the metro for like 25 minutes. Like real minutes, just going around the metro, walking from somewhere to somewhere else. That was a very short train. Makes a whole lot of noise and then, you know, turns up. There's not a lot to it. Like a Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh damn it, I forgot it was yachts time. Rip. Too busy playing trains today. Oh well, at least I'm here now. Lol.
Welcome back, Chris. is it 25 miles an hour down here? This is bonkers. A longer train mod is great for fixing this. Is that on the workshop? Woo, we're going to Canada. Wait, what? What? That guy just vaporized into Canada. The heck was that? Try the longer train mod and it tanked your FPS. Interesting. Checking your documents. 20x got a DQ. Everything is in order. I don't know. Best roofs. Have to make it quite so windy. Slow down and move over. Think kilometers. You see that? There's a sign about kilometers. Speed limit is 37 miles per hour. I'm alright by it, mate. They have a flashing green. I noticed that. The green arrow flashes. What do you mean, Trond? Yep, Canada's metric. You like metric, bro? Can we not turn left? Please pull in. What, there? I want to go left, you scumbag. I don't want to go... Really? Really, Canada? Really? Canada's like, you're overweight. Oh, wait, no. That's not pounds, it's kilos. You're fine. I could buy it, mate. 15 months. Not yet, why could I? I've got another 200 kilometers to go. Not really. About 120 k's probably. This Canada drives on the correct side of the road. Oh, God, I always hate that. Genuinely always hate that. There's literally only two ways of driving on a road, one side or the other. Why is one correct? Left side's better. Why? It's just about what you're used to, that's all. It doesn't matter how many are doing it, Chris. There's no advantage or disadvantage either way. It's just a choice, that's all it is. There's literally no benefit to driving on the other side. So one is therefore not correct. She's finished a flying experience in Newquay. Nice. Spritzen, thank you for the bits. Sorry, it has to be, I think, 300 before it's read out. But thank you. Two-thirds are not correct. Two-thirds have a convention of one side. The other third have the other. That's it. Convention. Convention and history is all it is. And some politics thrown in. Let's grab some fuel while it's conveniently located. Isn't the gas pedal on the right side of the pedal cluster on a right-handed car? The pedals are always in the same format. They never used to be. Again, that was a convention thing. They never used to be. In the same way, and you may or may not know this, British motorcycles used to that's interesting, one sec. I'm not really sure what all that curb is there for, but it's kind of in the way. Yeah, the Model T Ford helped to standardise pedals a little bit. It was a bit of a free-for-all at first, like a lot of things. You know, there was no standard for it, so people just did whatever they thought was sensible. British motorcycles used to be, let me get this right, when you change gear with your foot on a British motorbike, the old British motorbike, it was up for first gear and then down for 2 and 3 and 4. Well, when the Japanese came along and decided to make motorcycles, they did it the other way. They went down for first gear and up for 2, 3, 4. They did it the other way around. Of course, what used to happen was British motorcyclists used to get onto Japanese bikes, press the pedal, and it instead of going into one gear, it went into the other. Yeah, like 1 down, 5 up. Well, back then it was only 4 gears, but you know, again, it's just pure convention. British Maritime Port used to be right and starboard used to be left. When was that, Chris? Because when was that changed? I've no idea, Eric. Absolutely no idea. It's one of the reasons why aviation carries a lot of things over from maritime. Because when the whole world of aviation was taking off, they didn't have any standards, so they looked to maritime for standards. That's why we ended up with green and red lights and various other things. They just nicked it from maritime because it had already been done for like a couple of 100 years. But I don't know about the starboard and port thing. Is again in this game tires show wear? No. There's never been tyre wear in this game, ever. Now, it just fined me for that, and I could see daylight between my trailer and that truck. Jappimon, this country invented a lot of stuff, you know, dude. Where's the tyre wear, Bigfoot? Where can I view my tyre wear? I mean, this. It's just general degradation. It's just damage. It's not really tyre wear. It's just a percentage. It doesn't wear out and then pop. They don't wear out individually. That's tyre wear. And it doesn't depend on how you drive either. The less control, that's never been a thing. Of course. Of course. Forces me off the road and I get fined, of course. I've had so many fines today. Starboard came from starboard and over on road, which is always on the right side of the ship. As a result, the ship could not be moored on that side. So the left became the port side. Huh. That's a good one, dude. I like that. I haven't done a tanker delivery today. It'd be nice if we get some tanker drops. Fuzzball. hang on. Oh, it had me going that way, but I can still make it this way. Didn't expect that. Are we gonna go? Flippin' heck. You teleport me a beer, Lord Winter. Could you teleport me a gold bar? And then I'll buy you a beer. This lane now before they nick it off me. Coastline mining. I don't really see the drop point here. So, you know, few issues with that one. Put like a massive pile of gravel there, a little pile here, random small gap there, ridiculous turn here. Like, yeah, okay. I think I am just going to go over the grass, to be honest, gents. Well, I'm sure that, yeah, they put stuff on the grass as well, just in case you were thinking you might take the easy life. Yikes. I think the exhaust stack might be catching on something. Is that seriously clipping on the inside? That's so weird. It's iRacing netcode, isn't it? bit shy of that lamppost there. What a lol of a drop off that is. Of course they want it specifically that. You're not wrong, Jens. Level 45. Yeah, Gordon, don't get much control over adverts, I'm afraid. Let's see where we are. Salmon Arm? What kind of a place name is this? Salmon Arm. The salmons don't have arms. I thought that said squeamish. Well, fish don't have sticks, no, but the fish that's made into sticks, they call fish sticks. Are you saying that there are fish made into arm shapes? Is that what you're saying? RB Score, thanks 25. Kian, thanks 31. Now, buffaloes definitely don't have wings.
On the subject of thions not being standardized, railways used to be all different gauges in UK and Ireland until the mid-19th century, when they all standardized to one gauge, UK to 4 foot 8.5 inches and Ireland to 5 foot 3 inches.
They're not really standardized, are they, Chris? They're still rubbish. There's some countries where they have to have trains with different wheels on them that they deploy when they go from one country to another to cope with a different gauge. It's just nuts. Right, let's see where we can go. Heading around here somewhere. There's not many jobs on offer, is there? Okay, so there's only one job that kind of keeps us in Canada, but not really. Maybe just drive down to... Is there a garage down here? I need a repair anyway. Let's go here. Just bobtail it down there. Salmon Arm takes its name from the southwest arm of the Shuswap Lake due to large runs of salmon that used to run up the creeks that empty into the lake. You're not wrong, Hawk. I mean, it's only taken us, what, almost 30 years to standardise charging cables on mobile phones. Garlic bake rolls. Andy, I wonder if there's more salmon in Salmon Arm than there are people. They should have called it People Arm.